Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about taking the initiative in game and the importance from a perspective of a new game, a noob game, here at Creed, which I was teaching. This is Creed Guardian, and basically the idea here is at Creed we love non-toxicity, and as part of that we try to help the community build up its new people. We're a clan dedicated to that, and yeah, we help them by actually teaching them hands-on. And so here I am, I'm in spec, and I'm teaching both these players a little bit. First thing I'm telling them is please get your units up here, right? Get taking the ground. You don't necessarily want to hold a line. You actually always, when you have units, you're continually pushing them forward until you meet resistance, okay? When you meet resistance, if it's superior resistance and you think you can't go around, then just stay there, right? Stay at a decent distance, as much distance as you need to avoid them if they come at you, right? But basically, in this case, if let's say you were Don't Cry Boy and you had this army here, and then you see them, you would step back and you'd just walk through here, right? Just, if you can push, keep pushing. The principle is that you should never stop pushing forward, never. You never park units until you reach a wall, and when you reach a wall, go around if you can, like Victoria is doing right now. She's going around all these obstacles because she's going to find a weak spot, right? Forcing him to play her game. She is controlling this narrative. He is now away from his point defense, and she got a bunch. But if she had known that she could just walk through here and win it, she would have done so. But if you just live by the principle, this one principle, that every time there's space, you're going to fill that space, you will play so much better than so many people in this game. If there's a space, fill it. Just keep filling it and keep flowing. Think of yourself like a river. You are constantly moving forward. You're not holding back at all. That's really, really important. Another big mistake I see a lot of new people make is they think that building converters like these is a good way to get up eco. The only time you build up converters is when you've run out of space. Why? Because you actually need this power to power a mechs. So each one of these mechs takes -3 power, and they use that constantly. So you need that power to actually power your mechs. And you're going to go up here and get all the mechs you can. And only when there's no more available mechs, that's when you start building these for your power. Also, you should probably never build more than this amount, because if you are already doing it wrong. Because tier 2 is so powerful in this game. One tier 2 mechs, let's see here, you get 7.3 versus 1.8. That is a ton more, right? It's exponentially more metal you're getting for being tier 2. So if you can go tier 2 rather than trying to stay on a tier 1 economy. The tier 1 economy in this game is very, very short. And I think it was deliberately designed that way because games in bar are more reasonable than other similar games in their length, right? So it's a very short game, or they try to make it short enough that you can play it in a reasonable amount of time, and that's a really important thing. So go to tier 2 sooner than you think. To do it, you need a lot of power, and you need at least 5 mechs. If you don't have 5 mechs, you shouldn't be doing it. This amount of power is more than enough, but it's a 20-win map. In fact, on this map, you would probably only need 2 lines of these to go tier 2, but that's pretty rare. Now, he's building a lot of engineers. One thing a lot of people don't know is that you should actually build tier 1 engineers like these guys instead of tier 2 engineers, because tier 2 engineers are actually less cost efficient than tier 1 engineers in this particular circumstance. You only need them because they have this extra building ability. You don't actually need them beyond that. So just something to be aware of, that this is important. All right, so with that said, they're going to go at it here. Now you can see Victoria is going to push through, but PTSD has gone tier 2, has an army, has a large portion of the map and a lot of metal, but he's not really going to make a lot of attack this game, and it's really wasted. Because if he had even not done tier 2 and just spammed out regular old blitzes, he could have had a ball the size of 2 fists out here and just gone straight through and won the game. He could have won the game himself. The thing that a lot of people fail to do is they fail to understand what's in the unknown, right? They fail to have the imagination, and they're fearful of the dark, right? They're like looking at this saying, what if he has more than me? What if he has more than me? You have to reverse that and say to your enemy, what if they think I have more than them? And that's what you should be doing all game, is thinking how you can make your enemy think defensively. Because the more defensive they play, the more they'll lose. This game is developed a little bit like a little bit offensively. Because if it wasn't, what would happen is every game would just end in a perfect stalemate, right? So they don't want defense to be forever the best strategy. And so you should always be pushing on the offense. You should never do what I see a lot of new people doing, which is build up a large economy, wall off large sections like this. Just don't wall off stuff and build an economy. You want to be constantly probing. This is why you should actually, if you're any if you have the opportunity, you shouldn't actually play AI, because it teaches you to wall an economy, because enemy AI keep running into defenses and doing stupid things, right? You should constantly push forward, be pressuring, and the number one source of upgrades is actually enemy reclaim. Reclaiming enemy resources is a great way to speed up your economy like a lot faster than your enemy will get there. Anyway, so that's the importance of initiative. I just want to do this as a little tutorial. We are Creed. You can check us out. Just search up the Creed clan in bar, and you can look for us. We have a wonderful little clan. We play every day. There's about 12 people in chat right now playing games. 5 people that are in the noob training, and I think about 8 playing team games, something like that. Anyway, so we're constantly active. You're welcome to be part of us. I'll leave the link in the description below so you can join in the Creed clan in bar. Take care.